And Steve Patterson with the latest details. So, Steve, first of all, what do we know about how police found Lee and the injuries he had?
Well, Joe, as you might imagine, it's early. Details are limited. Police certainly aren't saying much at this point. Here's what we do know. Police do get a call at about 2:35 a.m. That is very early this morning to a man with stab wounds. They go to that part in the city. Friends and family commenting on this story say this is a good part of San Francisco where a man is found bleeding from multiple stab wounds. A 43-year-old man later identified by friends and family as Bob Lee, that tech giant found there. First responders rushed to his aid, rushed to his side. You might imagine they're trying to do all they can to stop that bleed, or what the fatal wound may have been, or if there were other injuries or wounds to him in an attempt to take his life. Just that. As far as we know, Joe, no leads, no motive, no suspects, no person of interest, and certainly no arrest. In fact, we just heard recently from the San Francisco district attorney who tweeted saying that they will not stand for these horrific acts of violence, but they have not made any arrests, and they're asking the public, for anybody with any information, for any help. If police do have a person of interest, they're not saying anything about it so far. In fact, we've heard more, of course, from family, friends, people that knew Lee, including tech giants like Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey, all commenting on what a nice guy this was, what a giant and titan of this industry he left behind. In fact, in hearing from family who echo those same statements, but police still have a lot of work to do, and they're asking again for help for it. Joe?
I don't know about y'all, but it sure sounds suspicious to me. Sounds very suspicious to me. What y'all think? Y'all want to read on with the article? Bob Lee, a technology executive who founded the mobile payment company Cash App and previously worked at Square, died Tuesday after he was stabbed near downtown San Francisco, according to his family. The San Francisco Police Department said officers responded to a report of a stabbing around 2:35 a.m. Tuesday. The officers found a 43-year-old man with apparent stab wounds. The man was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries and later died, police said. Authorities did not name the man, but Lee's father and brother identified him as the victim. Bobby worked harder than anyone and was the smartest person I have ever known. He will be missed by all those that knew him, Richard Lee said in the Post, which was accompanied by a news article about his son's stabbing. Thank you to those who have reached out in support. The two men had been living in Miami since October after moving there from California, his father said in the Post. They had grown especially close after Bob Lee's mother died in 2019. NBC News could not immediately confirm why the executive was back in the Bay Area. I'm so saddened and disheartened to lose my brother, Tim Oliver Lee wrote on Facebook. He really was the best of us. I was so fortunate to grow up with him, and I feel like I've lost part of myself. Bob Lee had been working as the chief product officer of the cryptocurrency company MobileCoin. He previously served as chief technology officer of Square, now known as Block, a financial technology startup co-founded by the former Twitter chief Jack Dorsey. Lee went on to create Cash App, a money transfer service. He was also an investor in Elon Musk's SpaceX venture, as well as other tech firms. such as the social audio app Clubhouse, according to his LinkedIn profile. He used to handle Crazy Bob for his LinkedIn and Twitter pages. The World Health Organization confirmed to NBC News on Wednesday that Lee offered his support and expertise during the pandemic, saying in a statement that Bob built a large part of the server of the WHO Blue Flu app. In a statement Wednesday, the founder and chief executive of MobileCoin said that Lee passed away yesterday and praised his business acumen. He did not specify Lee's cause of death. Bob was a dynamo, a force of nature. Bob was the genuine article, Joshua Goldberg said. He was made for the world that is being born right now. He was a child of dreams. And whatever he imagined, no matter how crazy, he made real. In a Twitter thread, Goldbard, I don't want to mix him up with one of my favorite wrestlers, but Goldbard said Lee was like a brother to me and praised the technology executive as a brilliant visionary with I can't even say that. I ain't my friend. Mind. Yeah, I can't say that. And I was listening to you call it a piece, instrumental, a beat the other day, and I think that was the name of it. I just can't pronounce that, so I ain't even gonna front. No arrests appear to have been made as of early Wednesday. Police declined to release more information about the crime when contacted by NBC News because the homicide is an active investigation, referring questions about the victim's identity to the city medical examiner. When contacted by NBC News, the medical examiner's office said it had no information to disclose or further comment at this time. The fatal stabbing could intensify scrutiny on public safety issues in San Francisco, where residents and business owners have grown increasingly concerned about violent crimes and thefts. Mayor London Breed has pledged to crack down on crime. Yeah, we've heard that shit before. Especially all my brethren from Chicago. Yeah, in recent years, we've heard that before, right? San Francisco has seen 12 homicides since the beginning of the year, according to data compiled by the city's police department. In the same period last year, the city saw 10 homicides. Lee's friends and colleagues paid tribute to him on social media. The former MMA fighter Jake Shields remembered the tech executive as a loyal friend. In a response to one of Shields' tweets, Musk said he was very sorry to learn of Lee's death. Dorsey, the former chief executive of Twitter, called Lee's death heartbreaking on a social media platform. North Store. Bob was instrumental to Square and Cash App, Dorsey wrote. Joshua Bloch, a friend who worked with Lee at Google in the late 2000s, remembered him as a magnetic person who always had a huge smile on his face and constantly lived life to the fullest. In a phone interview Wednesday, Bloch recalled that Lee was a tech autodidact who could seemingly do anything he wanted. I don't think he realized how special he was. People always say nice things about the dead, Bloch added, but in this case, I would say the exact same things if he were still alive. He was remarkable. This is very interesting and disturbing at the same time. Now, there are those who might want to jump into the weeds of theories, and that is definitely understandable. We all have thoughts And we all have theories when something like this happens to someone of this magnitude in certain industries. He was well known and revered as a tech giant. He had relationships in the tech field. He probably had future business endeavors that he wanted to embark on. And it just seems odd to me that someone of this magnitude, I mean, is it fair to say that he was, if he wasn't a billionaire, was he not close to being one? Influential enough in the tech industry to have the respect and the reverence of those we know of who are actual billionaires? So let's say he was worth 600 million, 400 million, 300 million. He was up there. So when you have that kind of level of cachet, as far as the notoriety and pocketbook, me personally, I find it kind of strange to be that accessible. I mean, no bodyguards, nobody watching your back, nobody looking over your shoulder to make sure, the wrong person don't get that close to you. Is it possible that it could have happened by somebody he knew? We don't know. It's all speculation at this point. It's all opinions and, speculation, basically. Me personally, my personal opinion, I just find it kind of odd and disturbing. I mean, San Francisco is on a decline anyway as far as crime goes. It's on par with Chicago and New York and Philadelphia and various other places in this country. But I don't know Bob Lee. I don't know if he was a good person, bad person, or indifferent, but rest in peace to him. My condolences to his family. And I hope they find the answers that they are looking for. This leads me to a more sad point that this country as a whole is descending into chaos. This is a blatant example right here. The criminals have more rights than regular people. Ironically, regular people pay the taxes of which the system is built upon. There was a guy, I was watching a YouTuber. The guy, I think he was a teller or something. I can't remember exactly. But basically, he might have been a security guard. But nevertheless, a criminal shot him. He got in a struggle. It happened in New York City. During the struggle, he was able to grab the gun and shoot the criminal dead. Somehow he was punished. He went to the hospital. He's still bleeding. He's in a hospital bed, and the police comes in there and handcuffs him to the bed as if he's the criminal. All he did was defend himself. How is he the criminal? Why is he being treated like this? It's like the criminals have more rights than law-abiding citizens, those of which actually pay the taxes and support the system to sustain itself. These are the people. We are the ones being treated as criminals. And because of that, you have situations like this, whereas it doesn't matter who you are, what you've created, how much wealth you have. You could be a billionaire plus 10. It does not matter. Somebody can run up on you and stab you to death, unfortunately. And this is a terrible story. And I hope justice is served. I hope all the information comes out. The person that did this, I hope they're found. I hope this person is taken off the streets, because right now this person is still running around willy-nilly. I mean, who else is he going to attack in this time? You know, nobody knows where he is, or who he is, or where to find him, or anything. So basically, he's just out, or she's just out, walking around doing whatever they want. How many more people will be killed because we don't know who this person is? And when it comes to the laws in this country, especially in California, who's akin to Illinois and Chicago, criminals have more rights than law-abiding citizens. So if you want to survive, and it's a very evil and bad precedent that's being set. Criminals have nothing to worry about, but if you're not a criminal, your life is on the line whenever you wake up in the morning. It's very ironic. But anyway, I'm going to leave the link to this story down in the description box down below. You guys can check it out. Let me know what you think. Comment in the comment box, comment section. Let me know what you think of this shit. This is terrible and very interesting simultaneously, which is sad in itself. Like, share, and subscribe. Share the content. Hit up the Cash App. $ Cobra Clutch 357. Yo, we gotta put a lid on this sooner or later. That being said, I'm out.